When you were young, life felt like an endless competition. Who's earning more? Who's becoming more famous? Who's ahead of whom? It was a constant race, one that never seemed to end. You might have believed that a little more success, a little more recognition would finally bring you peace. But as you walk through life and eventually cross into middle age, you pause. You take a moment to really look around. And that's when it hits you. You may have spent the most precious years of your life chasing things that no longer hold any real meaning. Yes, life changes. So does our way of thinking. And it's in that shift that you begin to realize these 9 things no longer matter the way they once did. They don't bring peace. They don't bring happiness. Not anymore. In this video, we'll explore those 9 things. What they are, and why they lose their value after a certain point in life. Through the lens of Stoic philosophy. So, make sure to watch till the very end, don't miss a single point. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button and give a like. Because here, we talk about the kind of ideas that can truly change your life. Let's begin. Number 1. The desire for approval from others. From childhood, we're taught. Do well, and people will praise you. Get good grades, and your teachers will be proud. Perform well at work, and your boss will appreciate you. Be social, and everyone will like you. Slowly, we start measuring our worth through the eyes of others. But the Stoics say something very clear. You only have control over your own thoughts, actions, and attitude. You have no control over what others think or feel about you. So tell me, what's the point of changing yourself just to gain someone else's approval? Will you spend your entire life chasing something that was never in your hands? As we reach middle age, we begin to realize seeking validation is a never-ending journey. Because some will praise you, and others will criticize you. For the same action, one person may clap, while another finds fault. In the end, only one question matters. Were you true to yourself? Have you become the kind of person you can look at in the mirror and feel proud of? Stoic philosophy teaches us. Know yourself. Honor your own efforts. If recognition comes, great. If it doesn't, you still walked your path with integrity. And that is real peace. Number 2. Regret about the past. We all have moments we regret. Decisions, actions, mistakes we wish we hadn't made. Or opportunities that we let slip away. These thoughts, these regrets, weigh heavily on our minds. And we keep thinking, if I had done this differently, life could have been so much better. But then, with time, you come to realize the past can never be changed. No matter how much we wish, no matter how much we regret. The events of the past are irreversible. If you keep running after the past, trying to fix what is already gone, you lose your ability to act in the present moment. And that's the harsh truth, the past cannot change your present. As you age, you begin to understand. Regret serves no purpose. It only makes your mind restless. And adds complexity to life. As long as you are stuck in past sorrow, mistakes, or regrets, you cannot fully live in the present and achieve anything. This is where Stoic philosophy guides us. Learn to accept the past. Regretting things that can no longer be changed is a waste of time. What has happened is a part of your life. Accept it, don't dwell in it, and instead find peace in it. But that doesn't mean ignoring the lessons of the past. Yes, learn from your mistakes, but let those lessons empower you in the present. Not weigh you down with sorrow or guilt. The only power you have is in this moment. The Stoics knew that dwelling on past pain or mistakes never benefits us. They taught, accept the past, but don't let it block your present path. If you continue carrying the burden of the past, you will never be able to fully embrace the strength of today. When you free yourself from past suffering, you will find true peace. This is Stoic wisdom. Embrace your past with peace. Because it has made you stronger, wiser, and more conscious. It's no longer about the past, it's about the lessons for your life today. Number 3. Trying to control everything. In your youth, you believed life was completely in your hands. You thought you could control everything, your actions, your future, the people around you, even the world itself. But as you grow older, you realize, control is an illusion that is never really in our grasp. Stoic philosophy teaches, we can only control our thoughts, actions, and reactions. Everything else is beyond our control. The more you try to control everything, the more you will feel your helplessness. Life presents us with many things that we cannot control, but losing your energy trying to control the uncontrollable only leads to frustration. Instead, if you focus on what you can control, you will find peace and strength. The Stoics knew, whatever is beyond your control, accept it peacefully. This is a profound realization. If you focus on the things you can control, everything else will fall into place as it will. They knew that life's uncertainties, changes, and other people's decisions are all beyond our control, and the more we accept them, without stress, the more peacefully we can live. As you age, you learn, trying to control everything is a madness that only distracts and causes pain. When you realize that you cannot control everything, you align yourself with reality. Once you accept this truth, even the hardest moments in life become easier to navigate. This is the true power of Stoic philosophy. Understand this, you cannot control everything, but by focusing on the things you can control, you can make your life more peaceful and powerful. This is the wisdom that comes with middle age. Rather than trying to control everything, focus on what you can, and let the rest go, living in peace. Number 4. The constant need to prove yourself. Do you constantly feel the need to prove yourself? How skilled you are, how worthy, how capable. Do you find yourself trying again and again to show the world that you're not a failure, that you're enough? As if every step you take must validate your worth in someone else's eyes. From the very beginning, the world pressures you into a race. Telling you, if you don't prove yourself, you're no one. And slowly, that fear begins to consume you. You start measuring yourself by someone else's standards, chasing approval, chasing applause. But here's the truth, this game of proving yourself never really ends. Every time you reach one peak, another appears. Just when you think, this is it, I've made it, society moves the goalpost. And suddenly, everything you've already achieved feels outdated, feels insufficient. We keep running, and still, peace never arrives. But the Stoics teach us. Want to prove yourself? Protect your inner peace. Want to prove yourself? Become a little better each day, not for the world, but for yourself. Because who you are, and what you stand for, that shouldn't be defined by others' opinions, but by the clarity of your own conscience. At the end of the day, when you're alone, when there's no applause, no likes, no crowd, the only question that matters is, are you at peace with yourself? Do your achievements calm you, or do they keep you chasing more? If your answer is, yes, I feel calm, then you've already won something far greater than recognition. Because the greatest victory is not proving something to the world. It's being honest with yourself, and being at peace within. Where it's not the loud noise outside, but the quiet confidence inside you that speaks. Even in silence, you know, you're on the right path. You smile, because you're not chasing approval anymore. You're simply living in alignment with your truth. And that inner peace, no one can take that away from you. This is what the Stoics teach. This is true strength. This is the light that shines from within. Number 5. Chasing luxury and excess. In youth, we often strive to fill our lives with more gadgets, more clothes, more status. We believe that if we have these things, life will be more fulfilling. But as you grow older, you realize, these things are not really that important. You come to understand that happiness, peace, and fulfillment are not tied to material possessions. By constantly pursuing more, you only end up confusing and distracting your mind. When you learn to limit your desires, you begin to realize that true happiness comes from fewer desires, not from more indulgence. The Stoics understood this and taught us. True happiness comes from the things we don't need. With age, you realize life is so much more beautiful when you don't desire more. An excessively luxurious life will never give you true peace. Let go of those endless desires that steal your peace. Real peace comes when you realize that you don't need anything extra to feel complete. The less you desire, the more peace and joy you will find. The Stoics said, what you don't need, you may eventually come to want. This is their teaching: the fewer desires you have, the more peace you find. Now, understand this: what you already have is enough. And true peace will come when you realize that your life doesn't need more things to be fulfilled. Peace and happiness are hidden in the simplest things. When you desire less, life becomes much easier and more joyful. Number 6. Competing with others. In youth, the world felt like a big competition. Whose life is better, who is more successful? Everyone was racing to answer these questions. There was always this feeling that life had to be a constant comparison with others to prove success. But as you grow older, you realize, life is not a competition with others, it is a competition with yourself, to build your own confidence. At this stage, you realize, the things that seemed so important in youth, now feel meaningless. The urge to compare your success with others no longer holds any value. This is the time when you understand, your real goal in life is your own growth, your own progress, and competing only with yourself. Comparing yourself with others no longer serves a purpose because their life is never your life. The Stoics taught, make yourself better today than you were yesterday. This is the real competition, the one that you create for yourself. Competing with others no longer matters, because every day brings new opportunities, and they are only for you. When you focus on improving yourself, you realize, this is the true competition. As you reach middle age, you realize, the old competition, the race for success that you were running, has become meaningless. When you focus on your own growth, your peace, and working on becoming a better version of yourself each day, you begin to see, your life no longer requires competition with anyone else. This is your true life's goal and true success. Number 7. Fear of change. In youth, the unknown was terrifying. Anything new or any change often became a source of fear. We always thought, the more I know, the safer I am. This sense of security often kept us confined. But as you grow older, you realize, change is inevitable, and there is nothing to fear about it. As you age, you come to understand, change is not an obstacle, but an integral part of your life. The Stoics always knew, whatever life brings, you must accept it as it is. This mindset, once internalized, makes life far more meaningful and peaceful. Think about it, the more you fear change, the more you miss out on the true opportunities life offers. Change is not just a natural process, but something that gives life its depth and meaning. The Stoics said, don't waste your energy on things you cannot control. They knew that change is beyond our control, and there's no reason to fear it. Rather, if you welcome change, it will open new horizons for you and show you new paths in life. With age, you realize, change makes you stronger and more flexible. It teaches you how to adapt, find peace, and still remain grounded as the world changes around you. The fear, the anxiety about the unknown, and the fear of change, none of these hold meaning anymore. This is true strength, when you realize that change is not against you, but it actually shapes and molds you. Accept it, change is a natural part of your life, and it is through it that you grow. If you learn to embrace change with open arms, you will grow, learn, and make progress at every stage of your life. This is the true Stoic lesson: don't fear change, but accept it with grace, because it is through change that you find liberation. Number 8. Not accepting sorrow or anger. In youth, it was easy to hold on to anger or resentment. We often let small things trigger anger, and we kept those feelings inside for a long time. Sometimes we believed, our anger is our strength, but it was a misguided belief. But as you grow older, you realize, anger, sorrow, or resentment only destroy your peace of mind. These emotions pull you further away from your goals, causing inner damage without any real purpose. The Stoic philosophy teaches, forgiveness is liberation. When you internalize this idea, you begin to see that the anger or resentment you hold on to only hurts you more than anyone else. Letting go of anger and breaking those invisible chains helps you move forward. This is your real strength. The less anger you hold on to, the more peace you will find within yourself. The Stoics knew, forgiveness means lightening the weight of your mind and gaining freedom from it. Sometimes, we hold on to anger because we think, I am the victim, I am wronged. But Stoic philosophy says, the less anger or resentment you feel, the more you will experience true peace in life. Allowing others to disturb your peace never makes you happy. When you let go of anger, you will feel true strength. This is your freedom. This is real progress in life. It is a vital step towards overcoming everything and finding the inner power that lies within you. Number 9. Excessive fear of the future. In your youth, you believed, the future was everything. You thought, if I plan well, my future will be filled with success. You were often anxious about what would happen, how things would unfold, and when it would happen. These thoughts kept you in fear and pressure. But as you grow older, you realize, there's no point in fearing the future. The future is uncertain, and you can never know what will happen, so there's no need to fear that uncertainty. Stoic philosophy teaches, you can only focus on today's task. You have control over today because it's the only moment you can act in. Your thoughts, actions, and reactions, these are within your control. Rather than obsessing over the future, if you focus on today's actions, you'll start to see the future with hope instead of fear. The Stoics knew, the more you overcome the fear of the future, the more you can feel the power of the present. This is your only truth. What you can do today, do it. Understand this, make the uncertainty of the future your strength. This is your path. True success lies in the actions you take today, not in fearing the future but focusing all your attention on the present moment. Conclusion. Middle age teaches us to let go of things that no longer hold value. It's a form of internal liberation, where we realize, the true purpose is to live life simply and peacefully. Stoic philosophy teaches us, in order to achieve peace, contentment, and the right path in life, we must free ourselves from outdated beliefs and excessive expectations. It's not just enough to let go of external burdens, but we must also find peace within ourselves. Today, we must not just fight fear, but instead, live life with peace and serenity. This is true strength. The less we fear, the more we live in peace. A unique lesson from Stoic philosophy is, true freedom comes when we are free from restlessness and excessive desires. Only then can we find the true direction in life and truly understand the path we must walk. So, apply these teachings in your life, and become more peaceful, happy, and strong. If you want to see more motivational videos and content about Stoic philosophy, please subscribe to our channel, share it with others, and don't forget to like the video. On our channel, you'll find many quality and thought-provoking topics that will help you view life from a new perspective.